Alright guys, we're going to be working on Homelinks Chapter 3, Lesson 10. These fraction circle pieces show 1/3 and 1/6. Draw a line to show how you would use each fraction circle pieces to change the problem to 2/6 plus 1/6 because we need to have common denominators. And 1/3 and 1/6 are not common denominators, but 2/6 and 1/6 are. So complete the number sentence. Well, 2/6 plus 1/6. We can do that. The denominators stay the same, and we add the numerators. 1 plus 2 is 3. So if we look here at this picture, we have a fraction circle, and this is a half piece, which is what our answer is. 3/6 is equivalent to half. Well, how do we get that? Without a common denominator. When I think about this, I have my 1/6 piece, and then I have my 1/3 piece here. Together they make half because 1/3 is really 1/6 plus 1/6, so it's actually 2/6, and you can see that there. So what fraction addition problem do these fraction circles show? This shows 1/3 plus 1/6, but it also shows 1/6 plus 1/6 plus 1/6. Draw a line to show how you could use the fraction circle pieces above to change the problem so that both fractions have the same denominator. And that's exactly what we did with that line there. Draw a line to show how you could use the fraction circle pieces above to change the problem so that both fractions have the same denominator. Sorry, I read that. Complete the number sentence here. Well, let's look at this fraction circle piece. I already went ahead and drew this line. We had a half plus 1/4 would equal something, but we didn't have a common denominator. So if we split this in half, this makes 1/4, and this makes another 1/4. Well, 1/4 plus 1/4 is a half, or 2/4. So I can say that 1/2 equals 2/4. So 2/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. So half plus 1/4 is 3/4. Now I'm noticing a lot of you are not doing the explanation. Explain why it's easier to add fractions when they have the same denominator. Well, it's easier because you do not have to find a common denominator, so you'll have to explain that. You won't have to find equivalent fractions or a common denominator. Alright, for this bottom section here, you're just writing an expression, you are not solving. Sandra picked 10 blue flowers and 16 red flowers. Then she divided the flowers equally into 2 bouquets. So she has the flowers and she wants equal groups. So she has 10. She has 16. She puts them together and splits them into 2. So I would do 10 plus 16 first. And then I would divide that by 2. You do not need to solve. Equals F for flowers. How many flowers are in each bouquet? A recipe calls for 2/3 cups of flour. Ryan doubled the recipe, then he added 1/4 cup more flour to make the dough less sticky. So he starts with 2/3 up for his recipe, then he doubles it. Well, to double means to multiply by 2, and then he adds 1/4. So he takes that 2/3 and he multiplies it by 2, and then he adds more. He adds 1/4 to that recipe to get F for flour.